related to the beating on T.C. Maslin. His name is Tommy Branch. He's 22 years old from Fort Washington, Maryland. Now, the victim in this case, we saw him earlier this year. He was at a fundraiser at the Capitol Hill bar that he had left shortly before the attack. Early morning hours of August 18th, T.C. Maslin, 30 years old, father of a 2-year-old boy, married to a D.C. school teacher, savagely beaten and robbed of his iPhone and credit cards. He was in a coma for 6 days, suffered permanent brain damage. And as you mentioned, Will, he was beaten after a night with friends and a Nats game. Now, Tommy Branch was found guilty on 6 counts related to the Maslin case: conspiracy, aggravated assault while armed, possession of a firearm during a crime of violence, armed robbery, and attempted credit card fraud. He will be sentenced in July, facing more than 100 years in prison on these convictions. Now, a short time ago, T.C. Maslin's wife, Abigail, sent us a statement. They are out of town, and in part she writes, "We are relieved to hear about today's verdict. Even though this verdict is what we had hoped for, we remain extremely saddened by the devastation that was caused and the lives that were shattered as a result of this senseless act." Now, the 3 young men who were arrested in this case were actually arrested in the hours after the T.C. Maslin case after attacking a few men in Adams Morgan. But they were only linked to the T.C. Maslin beating weeks later. We'll have much more on this for you tonight for our viewers at 10 o'clock. But that's the latest, a guilty verdict, 6 of them related to the T.C. Maslin beating, a highly publicized case from this past summer on Capitol Hill.
All right, Bob Barnard live.